What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel, and thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to all the new subs. I really appreciate you guys subscribing. More than half of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so if you're one of those people, hit that subscribe button. Lots of cool stuff coming, lots of cool knives that are going to be featured here, and some flashlights and some other EDC gear. Big giveaway coming up very soon. You don't want to miss that giveaway. And you must be subscribed to enter that giveaway. So, all right, let's also let you guys know I got some. I'm working on membership things through YouTube, and I've got some emojis getting made for me by my buddy Drew. Drew B Tunes, you may know him. He's on YouTube and on Instagram. So he's the one that actually did my logo and all that stuff for me. The new purple theme I'm going with, and. Thank you to him. He works for knives, just so you know. You're needing graphic design work done. He will work for knives. He literally will work for knives. But he does really good work. So awesome guy too. Very, very, very cool to work with. All right, let's talk about the Black Mirror. Funny name for this knife, in my opinion. I don't understand why it's called the Black Mirror. I would love to know the backstory behind it. I've looked to see if I can figure out why they named it this, and I can't find anything to explain it. There are 3 variations of this knife. The one you see here, then there are 2 that have carbon fiber inlays. One of the inlays is like a marbled carbon fiber, and then the other one is like this raindrop carbon fiber from Titanium that I have on my Yojimbo too. So I'm thinking maybe the Black Mirror comes from that, from the carbon fiber inlays on the other 2 variations, but I don't know. Curious to know though, because you know, I would think there'd be more black on the knife, but there's not. Before we go over specs and do size comparisons, and I talk about this knife, because I gotta tell you guys, what you get in this knife for the price, there's not much out there to compete with it. It's kind of pretty impressive. Let me show you what you get with the knife. It comes in a very nice box. Comes with a nice microfiber, extra hardware, including pivots and screws and screw sleeves, and that's about it. And your card here. So, but just the extra hardware, that's pretty awesome that they send extra hardware. I love it when companies do that. Can't cost much money, and considering what this knife costs $142, and that's without a 10% discount. So if you get this at White Mountain Knives, you can get 10% off of that, which is, you know, for a titanium frame lock with M390 blade steel and with great action, that's hard to beat, guys. Only company out there doing anything remotely close to that is Tucson, and this knife is a step above Tucson in my opinion, or most of the Tucsons that I've had in hand anyway. So action's great. Let's go over the specs real quick. Overall length is 7.48 inches, blade length's 3.15 inches, M390 blade steel, 4.33 inch handle length, weight is 3.5 ounces, and it's on cage ceramic ball bearings, has a ceramic ball detent with a steel lock bar insert, milled titanium pocket clip, milled titanium backspacer. Just a good looking knife. It reminds me a lot of the Spidey Chef, like a smaller version of the Spidey Chef. The shape of it, you could definitely get down and do a lot of chopping with this knife, or food prep, or anything like that, because yeah, the way the handle is shaped, the blade is actually down below the handle, so it reminds me a lot of Spidey Chef. I don't have a Spidey Chef, but that's one I do want to pick up in the future. I did just order a new Spyderco knife, by the way, and it'll be in the mail in a couple of days. You guys will be seeing that soon. Let's do some size comparisons. I wish I had a Spidey Chef to compare it to, but I don't, so we will compare it to some other stuff. We will go ahead and compare it to some other more premium knives. Here's the Liang Ma Cuff 2.0 or 3.0. I can't remember the small one. Here's the Berg Blades Iron Pup. This knife will be in the next knife sale. The cuff will not. The Berg Blades will. It's coming up very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Actually, it's coming out October 21st. It's when it's going to go out to Patreon. It'll go out to everyone else on October 22nd. So, this is not going to be a big sale. It's going to be 10 to 15 more premium knives in this sale. So here it is next to the Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. A little bit longer than the Rockwall, a little bit longer than the Iron Pup. Quite a bit longer than the Iron Pup, actually. Here's the Benchmade Bug Out. About about exactly, just a hair longer than a bug out. And not much thicker than a bug out either. It's a little bit thicker than the bug out and a little bit thicker than the Rockwall, but not by much. Here's the Kvist variant PE2. And what else we got here that we can do? Let's do the Wiha Coolix. This will be in the sale also. And here's the Wiha Mini Buster. And the AD 20.5. We'll do a couple more, and then we'll talk about this knife and pros and cons with it. Here's the Devo Stout. And as always, the QSP Penguin. So, not a bad size knife. Perfect size knife in my opinion, actually. For me, I love the size of this knife. I love the ergonomics of this knife. The way this handle is shaped, it just feels really good in hand. This pocket clip completely vanishes in your hand. You don't even feel it. You can choke up quite a bit here, get up pretty close to the edge. I wish they'd have shaped that just a little bit differently and make it a little more comfortable for your index finger to land there. Because you got fatter fingers, you're going to be closer to that edge, but you can stay back here and have a lot of control also. Also wish they would have put some jimping on the blade, give you a little more grip up there. I believe Craig is sending this knife into blade chops, and I would recommend, Craig, if you're watching this, tell him to add some jimping up there in the blade, man. And if he can reshape this and make this like a regular forward finger choil, let's see, could it be done? Yeah, there's nothing stopping that being done. As long as you leave this last couple of jimps back there, yeah, you could definitely do it. You need those last couple of jimps to hit the stop pin, but yeah, you could definitely cut in a choil there. That would be sick. The ergos are fantastic. The action is amazing, man. For $140 M390 titanium frame lock, it's just such a good knife. I mean, excellent detent. Fantastic detent, actually. It's stiff, but just what you want it to be. I don't know if you can fail this one. This would be a hard one to fail. I'm sure it can be failed, but man, you have to put some effort into it to do it. I'm trying right now, flicking as lightly as I can flick. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to fail this one. The thumb flick is a little, at first I didn't get it because I was trying to push up here, and it's just an awkward, the shape of the hole, your thumb wants to go in and get stuck, but what you got to do is you got to flick from the bottom of the hole, and it comes out great, actually. Took me a couple tries to get that, but honestly, it's a reverse flicking dream. Spidey flicked the crap out of it, man. That's what this knife feels the best at for me. It's really, really good action. Great materials. I love the way they've anodized the pocket clip and the backspacer and the pivot collars. It looks so good. I love the stonewash finish on the titanium and the blade. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And the ergos, man, the ergos are just absolutely amazing with this knife. I mean, it's a decent sized knife, but it does not feel like a big knife at all. It's lightweight. Surprisingly, it's only 3.5 ounces because there's no milling in this titanium that I can see at all. Yeah, no milling at all in there. The lock bar access is absolutely amazing. Look how much access you get. And they did this little chamfering right here with some little lines in there. They don't really provide any traction, but you don't need it because it's so easy to get to that lock bar. And it's not stiff at all, but it doesn't feel weak. It just feels exactly right. Your steel lock bar insert also acts as your over travel stop, so you can't push it too far and unspring your lock. Yeah, great, great knife. For $142, and you knock 10% off that. If it's in stock, use my code BEDC10, get 10% off that, and you're down to, you know, $128 for a titanium frame lock with M390 with fantastic action. Just fantastic action and an excellent detent. Excellent detent. So if you buy White Mouth Knives, I don't make any money off of it. It's just a code for you guys to use. So I don't care if you buy this knife or not, but if you're in the market for a nice titanium frame lock with excellent action, hard to beat this for the price, guys. I don't know of anything out there right now that I would say could beat it. I know Asher had some knives that were in that $120 range, I think, that were M390 or S35, but those are sold out, and they're always sold out. If this isn't at White Mountain Knives, you can probably get it somewhere else, but you won't get that 10% off. If it's available at Amazon or something, I'll link it down there also. But I will go ahead and link it at White Mountain Knives, and depending on when you watch this video, it may or may not be in stock. But I highly recommend picking one of these up, guys. The only thing that I would really complain about would be, I wish there was jimping up there. You don't need it really, because I would just be, you know, I don't think you really need it. It just feels like it's missing, if that makes sense. You're so used to having jimping there, it just feels like something's missing with it. But, you know, you can get by just fine without it. Beautiful sheep's foot blade. Yeah, love the lines of this knife. It's like a smaller Spidey Chef almost. It's awesome. Love it. I probably will be picking one of these up for sure, because for the money, not much better out there for $120 something, or even buy it full price, $142, or the one with the marbled or the raindrop carbon fiber inlay. Man, that would be the one I would get for sure when I get one. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you own one of these, comment below. And what do you think about it? I think it's a steal of a deal. So compared to some other competition out there that's asking double this price for this quality and these materials. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.